One of the funniest thing I've heard in this whole journey as a producer is people fighting about which DAW is the best. There's no such thing as the best DAW in the world. Just master the one you can and leave the rest, because at the end of it, every DAW is special, and the people that made this DAW already know that there's something unique about it that makes it the DAW that they made. Initially, this war started from the war of FL and Ableton, and I don't know why these two DAW owners and users don't go along. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they be fighting for DAW when at the end of it, everybody's making music to make money? And if you know any friend of yours that always fights and argues about which DAW is the best, advise them to stop, because at the end of it, music is for people that are really serious about making good impact, money, and being relevant for a long time. Please stop the DAW war and let's live in harmony, in peace, and coexist as producers and music makers who just want to make money and exist in a world where there is no chaos, there's peace, and everybody's cashing out. Every DAW is special. Logic, Ableton, Flstudio. Some people make music from their phone. What makes you think that you can't even make music from your phone? Technology have advanced in a very, very different way, and in the current state of the world, people make music on apps like BandLab. There's a lot you can use to make music. There's Flstudio Mobile, and Logic Pro has GarageBand. I've never used it, but I've heard a lot about it. So please, let's make music, enjoy the process, and stop fighting over which DAW is the best. Or some people say, when you open Ableton, it looks like mathematics. Okay, some people is me. Initially, when I first saw Ableton, I was scared, because I've been an FL user all my life. But right now, I'm accepting the fact that music production softwares are made for different purposes. I mean, there are people that are good in Pro Tools, there are people that are good in FL Studio. Whichever one you know how to use, just use it and stay in peace. Stay at peace with yourself. Don't go stressing about which one is the best, which one is more easy to use. As a beginner, the first thing you should be thinking about is how you can maximize opportunities, how you can learn stuff from YouTube, how you can learn stuff from your friends, and how you can be relevant to your own self. Don't go about joining the war. Spread peace, more love, less ego. If you ask your friend a question like, which software do you think is the best? He just comes up with the one he likes. Why? Why do we have to do that? That's all stressful. I feel it doesn't have to be that way. You can at least just tell them what you think about your own software. Move on, do some other stuff. You don't need to make it look as if it's one heavy fight. Please, let's focus on what's important: making music, uniting the music community, uniting the musical artists, and giving them vibes. It's all about vibes, but do what you can do, what you have to offer. It doesn't have to be argument all the time. As a matter of fact, the DAW you use does not really matter. Why I'm saying this is because over my years of experience, I've realized that people that even have the best music in the world never used some of the DAWs we call our favorites. A lot of people use the older versions of the software we think we have that are updated and still have more hit records than us, more influence, more money, and when it comes to even being creative, they have more creativity. So why do all this stuff? It makes me sick. What made me realize that these DAW wars don't make any sense is some people come arguing with me about something they don't even understand, and when I prove them wrong, they start going like, oh, you know what, my DAW can do it, I can use it. Now you have plugins like Waves, you have a lot of plugins like File Filter, you have external plugins. The DAW is just the body. What matters is the music, what you have upstairs, how you can relate that into your craft, into everything you are making. So it's like a painter using a painting tool, a brush, and the colors. If you have the colors on your hand, what's next? You using the painting tool to create a picture of what you have upstairs. So what makes sense now is you rehearsing, checking out stuff on YouTube, being a master of your craft, and developing and harnessing the superpowers you have as a musician and a producer. And trust me, if you have the talent of instrumentation, you know how to make sounds on the keyboard or the guitar, it does not end there. What starts the next journey is how you translate all that into a software. So yeah, I mean, this video is all about enlightenment, and I'm not going to be saying too much. This video is supposed to be directed at people that think the best DAW is their DAW. I mean, it's cool to feel like it's the best DAW, but do not influence people into thinking that they are making shitty music on another DAW. If you're a king in FL Studio, stay a king in FL Studio, and if you feel you want to learn Logic Pro, it's fine. learn Logic Pro. Do not make it look as if the DAW is what matters. What matters is your creativity and how you translate this into a grand style in music. Now that brings me to a point. As a music lover, a musician, or somebody that makes music, the first day you touched your software, did you feel any type of way? Of course you will, because the first time I touched Flstudio, my heart went racing. I felt like I won't even be a good producer, but look at me now. I have a channel that's doing well. I make beats, I do a lot of stuff. I make sample packs, like everything is possible within a short time. Once you are consistent and you put in the work, there is nobody that can stop you. Trust me, nobody can stop you. It's a fact, it's been proven. So why do you spend all the time arguing about which DAW is the best? I know right now in this comment section, a lot of people will start dragging me and saying, I have the best DAW, this, that, Logic is the best, FL Studio. Look, make music. That's what it's all about, making good music. If you don't make, okay now, if you have the best software in the world and your music sounds shitty, what's the difference? What have you achieved? There's nothing, absolutely nothing. I know a bunch of people that have softwares that I can't even afford, and at the end of it, the music we make are totally different because I have concepts, I have ideas, I have a vibration. You know, music is all about vibration and technique, and they don't. So now, what makes you think the software you're using right now won't amount to you being a very, very great producer, a genius, somebody that has platinum plaques and very influential? Professionals will tell you the moment you master the DAW, like, okay, for all of you that don't know what DAW is, it means digital audio workstation, the software you use, the production software. So if you have one DAW and you already know what it's all about, you've studied, you've learned, you spent a couple years or months, and you're a genius in it, you can be a master of anything. It did not take me like more than a week to learn Cubase the moment I learned FL, and then when I saw people using Logic and I switched to MacBook, boom, I'm now a Mac user. I have Logic, I have Ableton, I have FL, and I make music on them simultaneously, but I am more of an FL Studio user, FL Studio gang, and it did not stop me from being Hitsound. Hitsound is just a brand, but you see, the music is what makes people love Hitsound. So if you are a producer and you feel your DAW is what's going to make you a superstar, change that mindset today and do something else, like learn how to use the DAW you have. And if you are scared that the DAW you have is not good enough, then, I mean, learn something else. You are still young. You have all the time in the world to do something crazy, something dynamic, something very special that you don't even know you can. Just make sure you learn, rehearse, spend more time making music, because that's what it's all about. You being consistent on what's important. The moment you realize these superpowers, trust me, you cannot be defeated. And that's what music making is all about. Please, let's stop the DAW war. I'm an advocate of peace. I used to be a person that fights Ableton users a lot, but now there's no need in doing that. I feel we are one family, we are musicians, we are bonded by one thing, which is the music. Let's make use of what we have, stay consistent, learn how to market. The time we use in making irrelevant arguments, we can spend this time developing our skills and harnessing the power we have, because if you don't even have the skill, what you need to be worried about is how you can go from this point to this point, instead of telling someone that, you know, FL blah, this, that, Logic Pro. This is 2022, and maybe if you're watching this video in the next 4 or 5 years, it will be your year. So what you do is what becomes the result of the outcome of like your efforts. So you gotta go get it, make that music, use your DAW the way you can, create a masterpiece, share it, learn how to promote, and you'll be a master of your craft. And yep, once again, my name is Hitsound. You can check me out on Instagram at Hitsound_producer. Check my TikTok account at the same username, and you can still follow me on Twitter. This is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me why you think people argue about DAWs instead of making more music. Thank you for watching this video, and if you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Welcome to the family. We are the Hit Squad, and a lot of videos will be dropping. It will be a conversation of what makes people do what they do and how you can learn to be a better version of yourself. I've been doing this for a long time, and I feel it's about time people learn about not giving too many attention to what doesn't really matter. Thank you for watching. See you out in the next video.